Hey folks, Nintendo here. Today we are checking out 10 tips to the perfect start in Valheim. These tips will set you up on the path to a great adventure. First off, when you spawn in, it's often tempting to immediately run in search of a nice spot to set up a home. Instead, if you take a minute to look around the spawn area, you will often find raspberries to eat to increase your hit points, branches on the ground to craft a club with, and stones to craft a fireplace. Each type of food will have its own duration that you can see in the tooltip and in the bottom left after eating. You cannot refresh this timer at will. When you see the food icon flashing in the bottom left, you are then able to eat more food again, and it will refresh the duration. Therefore, you don't need to wait for the food to completely run out of time. Once you see that flashing icon in the bottom left, go ahead and eat again. The rested buff is extremely useful, and it is important early on to learn how to get it. Make a campfire with wood and stone. Then sit down next to the campfire by pressing X, and you will get the resting effect indicated with 3 yellow Z letters in the top right. Resting gives you a 200% health regeneration and 300% stamina regeneration. Basically, sitting down and resting by a fire will heal your character. After 20 seconds of sitting by a fire, you will then get the rested buff with a red symbol. This buff will stay with you for a period of time after you have left the fireplace and provide 50% health regen, 100% stamina regen, and 50% XP gain. Having this buff is going to make your experience a whole lot smoother. Next, you can mark the map whenever you find a useful area that you would like to come back to. Open the map, and in the bottom right, you can select a marker to use. Then double click at a point on the map, and it will allow you to type in a name to label the marker. Some good uses early on is marking large bunches of berry bushes, your friend's house, or simply places you want to come back to. Later on in the game, you'll likely use these markers for ore deposits and caves. In the bottom right, you can also make yourself visible to other players, making it much easier to keep track of your friends and to meet up. When you're collecting wood early on, you don't have to just run around picking up small branches off the ground. Making a wooden club does not require a workbench. A club will give you a way of defending yourself from enemies and speed up collecting wood from small trees. As you progress, you will want to make a stone axe as soon as possible. All you need is stone and wood. You don't need a workbench to make one. The stone axe will make chopping down trees much easier and can also be easily repaired or replaced. To chop down trees even faster, try to aim your swing to hit 2 trees at once when possible. Also, falling trees that tip into nearby trees will damage them, making chopping the damaged trees even easier. Just be careful. Many trees falling at the same time can be hard to predict, and you will take heavy damage from a tree dropping on your head. Traveling around the meadows, you may come upon abandoned houses. These shacks can be an easy place to convert into your first basic house. Place down a workbench, a bed, and in order to sleep, you will need a nearby fire. If you place a fire outside but close to the bed, it will reach through the wall. Now you can set a spawn point at your bed and sleep, which will allow you to skip the nighttime. Nighttime is generally more dangerous and has a higher amount of hostile creatures spawning, so it may be advantageous to sleep through the night. If you don't find an abandoned house, or you just feel like you're ready to make a house of your own, A simple A-frame is a great way to start. You can craft a workbench and enclose it in a small structure with 4 wood walls, 2 wood walls with 26-degree angles, and 2 thatch roofs with 26-degree angles. Then set down your floors, beams, and roofing. Feel free to experiment here, it's all about having fun. We can now go ahead and move our workbench inside, and then we'll go ahead and make a bed as well. We have crafted a small fireplace with a chimney, which will allow us to use our bed, save our spawn point, and take a rest for the night. This house will set us up for a good start, and you can always get creative and expand from here. Remember the rested buff we were talking about earlier? Now that you have a house, you can increase the duration of your rested buff by increasing the comfort level that your house provides. To put it simply, each piece of furniture type you add will increase the comfort points of your house. The more comfort points you have, the longer your rested buff. Now when you leave your house and explore the world, you'll have a nice long rested buff and make voyaging a whole lot easier. Lastly, I recommend that you make a crude bow as soon as possible. You will need wood and leather scraps to craft a crude bow at a workstation. Hunt down some boars in the meadows and slay them with your stone axe. You will quickly get enough leather scraps to craft the bow. Now that you have a bow, it will be a whole lot easier to snipe deer, collect deer hide, and upgrade your gear by crafting the leather tunic, pants, and helmet. Deers will also have a chance to drop a deer trophy, and you will need 2 deer trophies to spawn the first boss, Ecthyr. Alright, I hope a couple of these tips will help you on your journey in Valheim. Let me know in the comments if you have any other tips you'd like to add. If you'd like to join the community, hop in the Discord and join the Nitno Valheim server. Subscribe to the channel and bash the like button. Thank you and have an awesome day. Peace.